That's it.
Catalytic converters cost, it's always, God, that's expensive.
No.
And it just, people who go through it, they tell me about how much of a mess it is. How costly a mess. And then generally it's stolen and they're somewhere, they have to drive the vehicle back. And anybody who drives in a vehicle without a catalytic converter can go deaf, from what I hear. Because it is the loudest thing. 21-37997 is called Wesley Moore. You're Mr. Moore?
Yes, sir.
And you were here with your attorney, Mr. Grove, and the state's attorney. There is in this cause number 21-37997, a motion to revoke probation that has been filed as of February 7th of 2023. Are you familiar with it?
Yes, sir.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statements you make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Lower your hand. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this motion to revoke unadjudicated probation? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, Your Honor.
In summary, this motion states that on September 13th, 2021, you were placed on 10 years deferred or unadjudicated probation for burglary of a habitation, which is a second-degree felony. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Allegation 1 states you failed to report to the Jefferson County Probation Office for the months of December of 2021, January 2022, February 2022, all in violation of your probation order. Is that true or untrue?
It's true.
How many did he report at all?
Once he went to the actual intake.
Intake, and that was it?
And that's it.
And when was he arrested? Does anybody have that information, please? Of this year?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he left in December and he was gone for about a year and a half.
Yes, sir.
How were you arrested?
I was arrested in Killeen by they ran my name and it was a warrant.
Okay. And number 2 states that you failed to provide verification performing community service hours as required. Is that true or untrue?
That's true.
Are you pleading true? Allegations 1 and 2, voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently, and because those are true as they are alleged.
Yes, sir.
You understand by pleading true, that is enough to grant this motion to revoke probation to 1 or more violations. And your probation can be revoked. You can now be found guilty and sentenced up to the full range of punishment, which is no less than 2 nor more than 20 years in prison. Knowing that, do you insist on pleading true today?
Sir.
I find you were pleading true voluntarily. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading true. Let me just real quick. There's restitution at $500 too.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
Was anything paid?
No, sir.
Nothing.
payment.
Well, that's not good. Seth Moore. Who is Seth Moore?
My son.
So this is true. You burglarized your son's house?
No, sir. So my son lived there.
I'm sorry. You burglarized the home where your son was living.
Yes, sir.
Was he involved in this burglary at all?
No, sir.
Can you explain how that makes any sense at all, that you would victimize your son? You can't help but victimize your son here.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, they live with my mother. It's our grandmother, and they had left that day, and I still passed the lock into the restroom. I didn't take anything from the house. And when I did that, my mother thought that I had taken stuff from the house, and I guess called the police and reported all this stuff. And I didn't take anything from the house, but I did go past the lock. Yes, sir. I am guilty of that, to use the restroom.
So I guess it begs the question here. Okay, Mr. Moore, help me understand
Yes, sir.
your logic. There's the plea paper. Did you sign that? Under oath? Is that your singer? Read out loud in the plea hearing what's marked it and highlighted in pink color.
I'm guilty of the offense.
I'm sorry, what'd you just say?
I am guilty of the offense.
Which offense is that?
The burglary of a habitation.
Ah. Okay. And what does it say? Keep going.
And all lesser included offenses charged against me in the case.
What else?
I swear that all the going as well as the testimony I give is the truth, so help me God.
So help you God, you swear. And you're going to look at me and say you didn't commit a burglary?
I'm guilty of
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. In spite of the words, I didn't commit a burglary coming out of your mouth. That's just. I'm not the person you want to try to deceive and trick. You got to be forthright with me. And you may not believe in it, but what we try to do is make decisions based upon accuracy and the truth. And you swore to God and then turned right around a few minutes ago and said, I wasn't committing a burglary. All right. Well, there's nothing you can really say about it because it defies logic. Plus, it defies your veracity. You're just not a believable person. You've just shown that. Trying to commit perjury to me. I swore you in this. You were sworn in on that. And you've given two different stories. So it's not going good for you. What do y'all think we should do?
I believe we had a recommendation, Judge.
I'm not sure I want to do that.
Well, I understand that. I just want to make sure that the record
Yeah.
shows that there was a recommendation. I understand the court is not bound by that.
No, because we're not going to have a fraud being perpetrated by someone who obviously didn't lift a finger in the first place to fix this mess that he caused. I see there's an agreement that whatever sentence a confinement of 3 years in prison. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to take it. So we'll just set it for a hearing and he'll come before me and I'll make the decision for everybody. Okay, I'll keep this. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, PSI, Judge.
And
May I?
Yes.
Thank you.